Verlin Anderson, who was a 70, a general authority under President Benson. And he wrote a book called The Great and Abominable Church of the Devil. And great title. But he makes the case that the only organization that could actually oppress in the way to the level of the organization that Nephi saw was corrupt government. And because government is the entity on earth that really has the full capacity of oppressing, of enforcing things in the way that this great and abominable church that Nephi saw did. And that's just a very interesting concept because, of course, corrupt government, its tentacles reaches out. They reach out into all aspects of society, be it economic or be it social, be it educational, right? Once kind of that corrupt nature of government and the corrupt use of money, of funds starts kind of creeping into corporations or religious institutions or educational institutions or whatever it may be, it's that corruption from the top down that really represents this great and abominable church. And it's the way that the adversary can essentially proselytize false doctrine and the false gospel throughout the world. And we know that there's equal and opposite in all things. There must be opposition in all things. So we can look at the kingdom of God that Christ set up and that has been restored, and we can look to the world and see whatever, right, there has to be an opposite of that in the world. There has to be a parallel being built and being structured and being maintained to the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what we see. We see that corrupt government is through the kingdoms of the devil, or the kingdoms of the world, corrupt men, corrupt governmental institutions, and those concepts trickling down to all manner of institutions that we interact with in our daily life. But that's really the essence of the great and abominable church. It's everything around us, it's everything we interact with. And just so interesting to ponder on this and look for those parallels. And when you look for it, it can become very clear, and you can learn to discern those elements of that great and abominable church all around us in our daily life.
I recently read a talk by Joseph Fielding Smith, and this was well into his later years, and I don't think he lived actually much longer after this talk. But this was why he was president of the church, and it was really interesting because he started off his talk, and this phrase really hit me hard, where he says, and he used the phrase, "We are building God's holy nation," right? And for some reason, whenever I read that, him putting it that way, that phrase, it really gave me a perspective on, we talk about the kingdom of God, that we're building. But when he said we're building God's holy nation, it really helped me understand and kind of solidified in my mind's eye that we are building a nation without borders. Of course, the scriptures talk about this, a nation that is being built throughout the world. This nation that will be prepared to receive at some point the return of the Messiah, where he will rule and reign. And as much as, we're patriotic and we love America and we love what America can be, the truth is America and the inspiration behind setting up America and the hand of the Lord and establishing America was all leading to one thing, and that was to allow the restoration of the gospel to take place.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.